Hello and good morning. Welcome to That Park Place. I am Jonas J. Campbell, and with me, as always, is Vash Sky. Vash, welcome back to the studio.
I am happy to be back. Happy to be back. It was a nice, relaxing time. But I am glad to be back with everybody here at the TPP family.
Well, everybody knows that anybody who enjoys Disney has been provided with lots of words that aren't quite those original form words, like supercalifragilisticexpialidocious or higatus. And all I have to say about that is thank you for tuning into That Park Place for all the entertainment, streaming, and theme park news that should be fun.
Number 1.
This is Jonas J. Campbell from That Park Place, and today we've got a story out of Deadline. Jonathan Majors has been fired by Disney and Marvel Studios. The actor had played Kang the Conqueror. This one by Anthony D'Alessandro. Jonathan Majors is out at Marvel Studios Kingdom. A studio rep confirmed the news about their decision to not move forward with Majors in the MCU. Majors played the mega-villain, He Who Remains, also known as Kang the Conqueror, in the Marvel Cinematic Universe's Phase 4 through 6. He debuted as the character during Season 1 of Loki in 2021, continued in Season 2, and he was also in Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. While I've been following this story in the background, I've been apprehensive to talk about it on the channel because it seems to be a very ugly situation. A lot of the rumors going around right now say that he's going to be recast, other ones saying that the new title of the next Avengers film is Avengers 5. Frankly, I'm suspicious that they had already fired him and they were just waiting for this news to come out before they announced it to the world. But what do you think? Let us know in the comments below.
Number 2.
Hello, this is Lorena Creole of the Lorena Creole YouTube channel, keeping it real when it comes to theme parks. And speaking of keeping it real, it turns out Disney has officially begun trespassing third-party tour operators at Walt Disney World. Coming to us from WDW News Today, a new report from the Washington Post confirms the rumor that several third-party tour guides have been trespassed from Walt Disney World property and includes a statement from the Walt Disney Company. For those of you who don't know, trespass basically means you cannot set foot on Walt Disney World property for a determined amount of time. Could be a week, could be a month, it could be forever. The Washington Post spoke to 8 third-party tour operators and company owners who have recently been trespassed, i.e. banned, from Walt Disney World, including Melinda Hanks of Create a Dream. Hanks would help families by setting up Genie Plus, recommending rides, and escorting them around theme parks. With no warning, she was issued a trespass order on October 2nd when attempting to enter a park to meet with clients. Now, it's one thing if you're, meeting up with friends and showing them around the park and things like that. However, the actual issue going on here is that these people are being charged for these services by third-party operators. Now, though third-party tours are not explicitly listed as prohibited, they are commercial services which are against the rules of Walt Disney World. Until recently, Disney mostly ignored third-party tours. They said in an emailed statement to the Washington Post that they are taking additional steps to enforce rules against commercial activities because of a significant increase in these rule violations. Disney noted that third-party tour guides have sold services like access to Genie Plus, disability access service, dining reservations, hotel reservations, and other in-park offerings. When this activity happens, a Disney spokesperson said, it impacts the experience of the other guests following the rules, including our guests with disabilities, and impedes our theme park operations. Just like Starbucks would not permit a third party to come into their stores to sell coffee to their customers, Disney does not permit unauthorized commercial activities in its theme parks. Now, how do you feel about these third-party operators being trespassed from Walt Disney World? Do you feel that this is a good thing, given that if you've paid for Genie Plus or you're trying to get that, hard to get reservation, or if you have, you need disability access, that these third-party operators were basically encroaching on your abilities to secure such things. Let us know in the comments.
Number 3.
Well, there's at least one person in Hollywood who is grateful for Harry Potter and J.K. Rowling, that being Gary Oldman. This out of Variety by Zach Sharf. Gary Oldman says, "Thank God for Harry Potter and Dark Knight movies because they saved me. Save me, Batman. Save me." Gary Oldman appeared on the Drew Barrymore show this week and expressed gratitude for the Harry Potter and Batman film franchises for saving him, both in his career and his personal life. At 42 years old, he said, "I woke up divorced. I had custody of my boys. That in itself was hard because there was a shift in the industry where a lot of producers or productions were being filmed in Hungary, Budapest, Prague, Australia, all of these places. So I turned down a lot of work," he said. Thank God for Harry Potter. Thank God for Harry Potter. I tell you, the two, Batman and Harry Potter, really saved me because it meant that I could do the least amount of work for the most amount of money and then be home with the kids. The article's worth a read if you're if you're in the need for some inspiration. Gary Oldman flew back and forth during the Dark Knight, back and forth between Los Angeles and New York multiple times a week in order to be there to raise his kids so they would not be raised by a nanny instead of being raised by him, the parent. Folks, it's a great read. Go check it out over on Variety.
Number 4.
Hey there, everyone. Bounding into Comics Editor-in-Chief and Nat Park Place's fairest of them all, Spencer Baculi here to let you know that in a move that will in no way, shape, or form backfire on her, Disney's upcoming live-action Snow White star Rachel Zegler has declared that she is, quote, thankful, unquote, for all the previous months of backlash against her race swap casting because now, quote, nothing can hurt anymore because they've said the worst that they've said, end quote. The widely panned Zegler offered her gratitude to her critics while speaking to fellow Disney star Halle Bailey, who portrayed Ariel in the company's recent live-action remake of The Little Mermaid, for Variety's Actor on Actors interview series. During a discussion of the criticisms to their respective race-swapped castings, Zegler was pressed by Bailey, quote,
"Yeah, how has that been for you, being able to navigate it?"
To which the Shazam Fury of the Gods actress replied,
"Just as you said, it's like choosing to be present and know that they are probably just having a really hard day.
Yes.
And I am putting out a movie."
Amen. That's right.
And I feel so thankful for those moments because it started to make me feel like solid Teflon.
Yes.
That it can't really, that nothing can hurt anymore.
Amen.
Because they've said the worst that can be said and you just kind of say thank you so much for this.
Now, let's be clear. No one deserves to be unduly attacked online, no matter how much one may disagree with them. Obviously, no one is immune to criticism, but there are better ways to get one's point across than just name-calling and insult. However, that said, this is the internet. While Zegler is ostensibly trying to project a tough exterior in the hopes of dissuading her more vicious critics from attacking her, the mere act of having declared, quote, nothing can hurt me anymore, end quote, means that, unfortunately, some people are going to take that as a challenge and will subsequently ramp up their attacks against her just to prove her wrong. That all said, I want to turn the question over to you. What do you make of Zegler's response to the backlash to her Snow White casting? Do you think this will have any benefit for her, or will it just invite more and more vicious criticism? Have you ever seen a more obvious Disney PR move than having Variety pair these two together for an interview? Let us know your thoughts down below.
Number 5.
Vash Sky here with the next story, this time from Knott's Berry Farm's Twitter account. There's more to explore at Knott's Berry Farm in 2024. Get ready for an off-road adventure, a family roller coaster, a giant swing, and the carefree fun of summer camp. This is Camp Snoopy at Knott's Berry Farm, the flagship theme park in the Cedar Fair chain. And they just announced, as the tweet might suggest, a expansion to the Camp Snoopy area. And it looks awesome. It looks great. New family coaster that we've been talking about here on the channel for quite some time. Now we have some new additions that will be completely brand new to this area, revamped existing additions like the off-road rally right here, new Jeeps and so forth. Awesome stuff. Got this little, Beagle Express here, which looks great, right? But people who know this theme park might be asking themselves, where exactly is all this space coming from in order to provide these experiences? And it appears we might have our answer. As you can see right here, Montezuma's Revenge will close on January 10th, 2022. That was the original date specified for its long and lengthy reimagining that would have seen this coaster go from its 1978 roots to an entirely new design with distinct launches that were different every single time. You can actually see that right here in this promo video. new trains, new cars, new everything. And yet we've not seen any work on the site. As late as December 7th, there were workers out there inspecting it, but no progress has yet been made. And this is after they've cut off this track right here. And the 1978 version is basically no more. Well, that's where Knott's Berry Farm's new Camp Snoopy expansion might actually be expanding into, which would be devastating to lose such a historic coaster, actually dubbed a historic coaster by the American coaster enthusiasts very recently. We'll have to keep an eye on this story and see, but for now, the rumor is Montezuma might be no more.
Thank you so much for tuning into the That Park Place Daily Countdown. Of course, if you have a story that you want us to cover, you might want to reach out to us during the Thursday live stream, which starts at noon. Of course, if you're not in that time zone, just hit the notification bell if you'd like YouTube to just tell you when that is. Of course, like this video if you like this video. If you know someone who is as interested as we are in entertainment, streaming, theme parks, and video games, then maybe you should share the link to this channel with them. And of course, please consider subscribing to That Park Place for all the news that should be fun.
Thanks for watching That Park Place News. For more information, consider checking out www.thatparkplace.com. And don't forget to subscribe, share, like, and send this out on your favorite social media accounts.